Never quite experienced that before, but we'll start again. Entity attachments with the Dora Milaje that will help with spell casting and body armor, incantations. There is induction. This is a private members association. It is a elay. We do some churchy things when it comes to community. We're a Gnostic Christianity priesthood community, and we are planning to do quite a bit of outreach. So we are training and hiring. We are governed by the Iyami, which are the mothers. They don't play. They have a bit of leniency, but when they check you, be checked. Correct the behavior. They can see destiny's end. They allow me to see destiny's end. They are the reason that I show up in tarot as the high priestess. I'm a dude. I like women. But I'm a high priestess. So, I'm a sister to you. Oh my goodness. That's hilarious. Oh my goodness. Oh. As she said, unless you're gay. And that is hilarious. Take that how you want it. That is not something we want to use those words. That she was a trickster. You've never done that before. You've never done that before. Oh my goodness. It's funny. Okay. Alright, we can get back on subject now. I'm questioning whether or not this is posted. To be a Dora Milaje, you are entering into a spiritual marriage. So you can have the gifts of the lower. There is there will be intake that will be started. These positions, I'm reiterating, are adjudicators. You are being trained to be priests like me. In your own unique way. You will train your brain to hack. Some people will be good at it, some people will have to take longer. There are not a lot of pen testers. To certify, you have to pass a 24-hour exam. They give you what it is that you got to do. You have to be on your game. You got to know how to scan ports, look for vulnerabilities, check for anomalies and integrity in systems. And when you find a crack, you figure out what to do with it. On your own. What works best for you and your team. We are a community that you can share it with. Because who else is hacking the matrix? Wow. This is including root work. So it is herbal. It is spicy. It is holistic. We are a healing science and technology ministry. The technology is the human body. And how how to make it obey. You don't make it obey. If your ego runs you, you'll never make it out of the underworld. The projection of the underworld will die. At the end of the 7 years. I'm being reminded that I shortened that to December of 2026 because I said there is no way these people are going to change. Had this conversation. So I talked it over. We are going to be talking it over the course of 2026. I'm seeing but I'm not seeing, which is a good sign that I am supposed to do something. And I have no idea what that is. I have ideas. But I have no idea of the order in which they will unfold. My life, my movie. There is the director that is directing and I am doing things that I'm asked to do. Obedience. It is I've never been happier. I've never been happier. It is there is a few changes. I pray for. But that is, that's it. Becoming a self-master is owning every aspect of yourself. Doing the type of spiritual work that I've learned to do. Man. I'm reminded of something that I developed, and it came from my father. He bought me a Michael Jordan Come Fly With Me VHS, and I watched it repeatedly, and it was beyond a mind mentor. And I figured out why. When Kobe died, and when Michael Jordan did The Last Dance, what I picked up was a mentality to put things on a bulletin board and let that be my target, and motivate myself with more material for the board. And I directed that to spirituality. Kobe directed it to basketball, and when he retired, he decided that he was going to direct it to public speaking. He was building things, and I was thinking, building things. That's what this is. And I got it honestly because different generations of my bloodline have built these type of tribal communities. The Olmecs were built by Hanuman, who was the grandson of Cain, of the Cain and Abel story. Abraham built the Toltecs. We read the book of Deuteronomy. The Toltecs were taken and enslaved in Egypt, and then Egypt re-arrived at Turtle Island, and the descendants came and they killed the Olmecs. And they took the women and married them and had children. Now, they say it's a curse. They say it's a lot of things. But look at what the descendants have done. They've made America marketable in ways that are still being exploited right now. No one's saying that you consume. No one's saying that. They're just suggesting it over and over again. Commercials are suggesting things. I hear a McDonald's commercial, I want to go have McDonald's. It's suggestion. I want to have a Burger King burger. I don't need a suggestion for that. I just need to find a Burger King. It's crazy because there are no Burger Kings in DC. It's like Washington DC is a Burger King free city. There are no Burger Kings in Washington DC. That is bizarre. But hey, there are burger places in DC galore. Oh my goodness. Hip Hop Veg is that's an amazing place. I don't know if they're still there. I've tried everything on their menu just because they're there. Mushroom burger, Impossible burger, another mushroom burger. Oh. Yeah, I think I tried every burger, every type of mushroom burger. Gave me ideas of doing stuff with mushrooms. Lots of ideas. It's I know that I'm channeling, but it feels like I'm rambling. It feels like I'm rambling. Alright. I am not used to talking. And not caring who the listener is. Whether or not it's being viewed or not. It's information being given. The lips of wisdom are closed, except to the ears of understanding. I've taken that to believe that it doesn't matter who listens or who reads if they don't understand it. They don't understand what's being said. Oh. Man. I was mentoring someone and they told me that they had to get out a sheet of paper and write down some terms to define later. She said talking to you is like talking to a professor. It inspired me to create a biker named Professor X. And I was thinking X as in Malcolm X. Which was a funny play on someone who's agnostic. A gnosis of life lived. To know thyself is to know God. And that light that's inside of you the battery is powering you. When the soul takes it out to go home, the body dies. There is a chance for everyone who's in the lower to go home. The bloodline has been venerated, which venerates the entire lower. It restricts you from going to the higher realms. Like, restricts you from going home. But the thickness and density of the fourth dimension is there are a lot of souls that are not in the lower, that are in the fourth dimension. The lower can still touch the earth. I just got a story. Actually, you are so. Hey, he's saying this is how you know that Ifa's so gentle. He's running a daycare. I mean, it's nothing but children. These are young souls that are on the planet. There are a few old souls, but they're like teenagers. We're all like teenagers. And we are just walking up front, to the side, to the rear, to make sure no one's left behind. And now we're just calling all of them. There are more light workers than the 44,000 to 144,000 that we're calling. They're not pre-selected. It's who's ready now to learn how to serve God. Oh man, he's in my way or the highway. It's my way or the highway. Uh, that could be said in such an aggressive way. I am looking like $1,000,000. I've had 2 people come up to me and ask me for $1. You're looking at me and it's a reflection of me that I see. That's showing that my writing on my shirt is backwards. don't think I've zeroed in on that on any of my videos that I watched. I know that I can flip it before I upload it, so I think I will try that. Because my shirt has something interesting on it. The man who brought this shirt for me also brought the hoodie that I'm wearing underneath it. And he handed me the hoodie, but he didn't hand me the jacket, even though he brought both of them for me. And I'll end with this lesson of understanding. I did ask for a hoodie, and I thought this was a red hoodie, but he didn't hand it to me, so I didn't say anything. And I walked away for the day and put on the hoodie and wore it. The next day, I was talking to a gentleman named Mr. Hill, and I asked him about it. It's like, is that a hoodie? And he was like, oh, let me check. And he goes and checks, and he brings it to me, and he gives it to me, and he's like, oh, it has writing on it. I was like, perfect. It's perfect. And the lesson that I learned in that moment was God had a blessing for me that I hadn't asked for. And my curiosity on the subject brought the blessing. And that was beneficial to me, to be curious enough to ask, what is that red thing there? And to find out that it was Shango. Shango coming aboard. So Ra. Marduk. Oh. Not just coming aboard. Okay. I venerated Shango. All of the ancestors who are part of my spiritual body are coming and bringing me their gifts. So Shango is Egun. He was the uncle to Hanuman, a great uncle. Man, can only imagine what that felt like to have your grandfather's brother come and take an entire tribe of people away. Is that a grand uncle? Yeah, grand uncle. Only for a twist of God's hand to bring them back, because that was not a coincidence that separated Africa and South America. I was in summoning of the dweller of Unam. There is stories of the witnessing of humanity, evolution. They want me to continue to tell, and I will figure out ways to upgrade the method, because while I don't mind sitting here at 2, 3 in the morning shining bright like a diamond, people are walking up to me while I'm recording. As if I'm the only show in town. Energy just doesn't lie. This is yeah, you know how much pen testers make? Upwards of 200K. Yeah. think I'm bleeding into the other video. This is a continuation, so it's like 2 hours. I'm gonna just continue to deliver these type of messages. As I'm being instructed. And I'll up the ante as I go along. I built a marketplace that I'd like to showcase all of the spiritual community and their abilities and talents. This marketplace is built on probationary market sharing or profit sharing. Probationary profit sharing. It is a hybrid of transaction capability. And it will link spiritual practitioners and businesses to the people in their region or area that are in need. People like Mel Soul and Something Intuitive in Australia would be needed, because Australia is one of those places that spirituality is happening. They are living proof of that. There's so many opportunities for us to come together as a community. Combine forces to accommodate a capacity. This is going to be the only game in town until someone joins. And become their own franchise. There are people, practitioners, babalawos, who no longer have the ability to summon Ifa. And they have not come to rectify that, which says a lot about the community that we have, active, serving this planet. Some of you have no idea what you're being called up for. I'm being given a felony and a misdemeanor analogy. There's a difference between the time. A felony is a year to life. A misdemeanor is a day to 120 days or 180 days, the equivalent of 6 months. This is what you're dealing with. Some of you are going through karma right now. You don't even know if that's time served. But you won't check in. So it's that's all they're telling me. No other explanation. Your livelihood doesn't come with integrity. You are defrauding the spiritual community. You do not have to get right with God if you don't want to. I'm just letting it be known that it's being noticed. of those case entries journaled, lost. I can't believe they did that. I mean, that's crazy. They have no idea what they took. I mean, the U.S. Marshals. They stole my journals without explanation. I had a ledger on everyone who's ever donated to me. Because God had something planned for them. I made notes to remember the method of donation. The lady gave me an apple, and I needed that apple. I was there longer than 40 days, 40 nights, so that was when I realized that I was abandoned. This is a sensitive story, and I'm not going to tell it here, but it was felt when it was time to come back to reality. Back to life, back to reality. Leaving the dark dimension. That's from the Doctor Strange series and Tangling with Dormammu, the demiurge who has all types of agents running around. I will leave it there. That's Doctor Strange really does tell it all. I mean, who knew that you could reverse time and aging by tapping into it?